Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekend roundup, where we go over all the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub this week. So for the week of April 22nd through April 26th, we saw a massive amounts of updates in the Giants Mod Hub this week. We saw a total of 48 mods either released or updated this week. Now there were several updates, but even with all of those updates, I think there were something like 36 mods released this week, brand new mods, never before seen in the FS19 Mod Hub. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just take a look at the Mod Hub and start glancing at all of these mods. Then we're going to jump into the Giants forum and take a look at the daily update thread. And then we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive into all of the mods released this week. Take a look here at the Mod Hub. You can see that we basically have 48, and that's 2 full pages of mods that were released this week. So page 3 starts out with the Horse Aggravation Pack. It was the last thing released last week, just before Easter. We have 2 full pages. So we have the Inspector mod, which was updated. We have a RBM 8PS cultivator, or power. Oh, what is this? This is a cultivator that was also updated this week. Now, lots of the mods that were updated this week were updated to change the color of the mud. Kind of an interesting little change log there. We've got a script mod that changes how the manure heaps fill in. After the 1.3 update, the manure heaps start here on the right and kind of work their way over to the left. Pretty weird. This mod basically causes the heaps to start to work at the back and work their way forward, which is a bit more, well, it's a bit more expected. The behavior used to be start in the middle and kind of work your way left and right as it works up a giant pile. We've got a windmill placeable. Got an 18-foot Case IH 1030 header. Now we've already had a 14-foot header. This is a little bit bigger. Got a new Komatsu loader. Got an update to the farm silo. And we have a prefab unit. Now we've got 2 prefab units. Now do note, both of these prefab units, as they have been in previous weekend roundup videos, require the use of Giants Editor to install. These are not mods that you would select and add to your vehicle in-game. This is a prefab unit that you would have to install on your tractor using the Giants Editor. Basically make a mod. Same with this way station. Got some more updates this week in the Metal Tech trailer, legal log trailer, and the indoor camera. Now we've got a low loader. We've got another I-4 Williams trailer. We had a slightly larger trailer, I believe, released about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Manual attach. This is something that we have been waiting for to show up into Farm Sim 19. It's rather popular with the realism bunch. Not realism modding, but the realism players, the players that want to play as realistic as possible. This was rather popular, that bunch. Got the Laspacho tree. This is the giant tree that was on the South American map. So we can now put this giant tree down on any map we should so wish. We've got a new vehicle shed from my good friend Rockhound Mods. Got an interesting round bale bunker placeable. Adjustable weight set from SOB Modding. And anyone from Farm Sim 17 may recognize SOB Modding. They had some really good mods. They didn't put out a lot of stuff, but they had a really good variable weight. This is similar to that, although I'm not sure if we can really update the weights in-game. It looks like we have to update the weights at the shop. Got a Flegel Low Boy low loader trailer. Now we've got a filler buncher John Deere from Black Sheep Modding. This will be a fun little thing for those folks that want to do forestry. Got a cultivator. Cultivators here. Now, actually, this one is more of a weeder. This is in the weeder classification. This is a cultivator. We've got a washing station placeable by white bull modding. And we move over to page 1. We've got a man flatbed trailer. Got another trailer. We've got an old beat up IT runner container. Got an interesting little small sprayer. We're going to take a look at this thing. Only holds 400 liters. It's quite the interesting little sprayer. Got a Krone trailer here. Follow Me was updated. Placeable wall pack from Mapper's Paradise was also updated. Got a two-sided shed from Dorset. Got an updated mod for the weights, an updated grain silo, updated cultivator, updated trailer to accept the 18-foot trailer, I suppose. The Duras trailer, which was released just a few days or weeks ago, was been updated. Smart HUD shade has been updated, and we get a little gnome. It's like one of the little dwarfs from 12 Dwarfs, Snow White and the 12 Dwarfs. What he looks like. Got another script mod, allows you to switch to trains using a specific hotkey. Placeable water fountain. You have some placeable walls. Got a variable bale script that will allow you to have variable bale capacities. Now, contrary to the icon here, it doesn't make variable bale sizes. It's simply variable bale capacity. Got a slurry refill station where we can buy slurry. This is a really cool silo. This allows you to store seed, fertilizer, and lime. Really cool for those people that want to basically buy in bulk and use it from the farm. Got a Dude's Far round baler, Bergman trailer, and then we've got these 3 different size containers of diesel fuel. Pretty cool. We're going to play with those here a little bit. So guys, that is the 48 mods released in the Giants Mod Hub this week, kind of at a high level. Now let's take a look at all these mods that are supposedly currently in testing. And boy, is there a massive list of these. In fact, the first whole part of the first screen here is all PC related mods. Then we come down here to console mods. And we have a total 74 mods waiting to be tested. Now this 74 is not this list. This is the list of mods supposedly being tested or currently in testing. Whereas 74 mods are waiting to be tested. This is probably the lowest waiting to be tested number that we have seen ever for Farm Sim 19. For months, this thread didn't get updated. So we didn't see how many submissions were there. And then when we finally saw the submissions, it was like 250. It's really crazy. Now, they're expecting to be able to work through all 74 of these mods in 10 working days, which is 2 weeks. Okay? So if you figure a working week is Monday through Friday, that is 5 days. This is 2 working weeks to get through these mods. And of course, there will be new mods continuously resubmitted. Mods will get updated. But as you can see, some of these mods have already been released, like the Diesel mod, Garden Gnome. Then we have other maps like the Mill Landscape Midland, Giants Island, Oakfield Farm, Meadow Grove. These are all maps that are in testing currently. We haven't seen those get released yet. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on in and start taking a closer look at all of these mods. Screen already. Then we will get the party started. So first up, we have the Komatsu 895 Load Flex. Go to the vehicles and we go to forestry machines. Scrolling over here and we have the Komatsu 895 Load Flex. This is going to differ between the 875. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and just get the 875 just to compare the two. The 875 is 251 horsepower, $216,000 as configured. We have Trelleborg tires, or we have tracks. We have various types of tracks to pick from. Let's go ahead and lease one of these. And then let's take a look at the Komatsu 895. This mod is by North Modding Company. His base price of $312,400 as configured. See, it's 286 horsepower, and we can get it with Nokian tires. Get it with the tracks, and when we get it with the tracks or chains, see, we've got several different options. We got chains on the front, tracks on the back, chains on the tracks on the back, nothing on the front, tracks on the front and back. Different tracks that have a bit more aggressive pattern on them. Chains front and back. And then back to Nokian tires. Get blade guard removed. Or we can get a blade guard. Let's get the blade guard. And we can get different engines. Get the 895 Stage 3A, 263 horsepower. The 895 Tier 4 Final at 286 horsepower. And then we have the 895 Stage 3A at 263 horsepower, which is the base configuration. As configured is $15,453 to lease, $3,030 per day, and $6,363 per operating hour. Oh, we'd already gotten one. Okay, so here we've got the 895. 865, and now we have the 895. They look about the same. Go around the back. 895 has red tips. A little bit different on the back as far as the load hauler. Both have rear hitches. Okay. A couple different cameras working out here. Go here. Got a pretty aggressive brake. As soon as I let go of the gas, this thing is stopping. Cab kind of floats there between. Pretty interesting. I don't know if that's how the Komatsu works or not. We can unfold this, so we can use it in either configuration, I suppose. When we unfold it, we can carry significantly more logs. Of course, if we left click, you go up and down, control the arm movement, main arm, left and right, we can control the main arm, left and right. Right click, up and down, we can extend the second part of the arm. Left and right will extend the arm extension. There. Up. It's out. Extend it out like that. And then if we hold both buttons, go up and down, open and close the claws, and left and right to rotate the whole head. Pretty standard crane controls. Farm Sim 19. I don't have a joystick to know how these controls translate if you have a joystick or not, but that's what happens if you use a mouse. We're not going to mess with loading this with logs or anything, mostly because I am just horrible with using any sort of crane. The goal of this video is to not take 3 hours, right? Like the cab on this also goes up and back, forward and back a little bit. This is the in-game 875. I want to see if this one has such aggressive brakes on it also. This one isn't as bad. This one kind of coasts. Stop. As the 895 kind of comes to an abrupt stop. All right, so let's go ahead and let's just clear these out of the way. So, and let's take a look at our next mod. Our next mod is the Man TGS Flatbed by TS Modding. French translate, Farmer 1602, and the German translate by Marcel 5. Get to vehicles and then trucks. Scroll here to the Man TGX 26.640, $180,000. And I should say that this mod is for all platforms. And the Komatsu was also for all platforms. Go ahead and go on into the shop. And take a look at it here. $180,000 to buy, $9,180 to lease, $1,800 per day, and $3,780 per operating hour. So in the shop, we have 3 color configurations. We can change the paint color, anything we want. We can change the rim color. And we can change the design color, whatever we want. Design color looks to be the bed and part of the frame. Bed, also the mirrors, just a bed. Then we have wheel brand Lizard or Trelleborg. As far as the wheel choices go, you have a rear high and low hitch, have hose hookups back here on the back also. Let's go ahead and lease this up and take a look at it. Pretty nice looking truck here. Let's go ahead and hop on in this thing. Let's take a look at the interior. Interior, it's faint to see, but the interior does light up. Okay, it's real hard to see. Really nice interior on the cab here. You have animated gauges. Camera choice, the camera location that I have here, best to see the gauges, but we do have animated gauges. Take a look. The lights. So we got our first stage lights. Second stage rear work lights. Third stage front lights. Let's turn on the beacons. So our beacons are our light bar at the top. Pretty cool. Turn that off. You have 4-way flashers on the front and on the rear. You have reverse lights, you have brake lights, and let's check the horn. Around the front, check the horn. Not a bad little horn. You have tension belts, goes across the back. That. There you go, guys. That is the Man TGS flatbed. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at our next mod, which is the Case IH 1030 18-footer. Okay, so we go to vehicles. Sorry, we go to tools and then headers. Go on over here to the Case 1030 18-foot header. $22,000 to buy. And as I said, we've already seen a slightly smaller version of this header. I believe it was about 14 foot. Maybe it was 12. This is 5.5 meters. Working speed of 6 miles per hour. This mod is available for all platforms, and it's by the mod author Matt26. There are no configuration options on this. $22,000 to buy, $1,122 to lease, $220 per day, $462 per operating hour. And up here I notice $60 per day. Own this thing. It's rather interesting because typically Farm Sim 19 mods do not have a daily maintenance cost associated with it. Here we have the TX32 header, 4 meters. So 18 footer is just a little bit bigger at 1.5 meters larger. Go. I think the other 1030 header is basically the same size as the New Holland header. So at 4 meters. So this one is about 1.5 meters wider. I don't have activated the case, the small case harvester. Didn't activate that, but what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and pick the New Holland. See this hook up to it. I want to see if we have hose hookups. Looks like we might have dynamic hose connections on this. Do not. Huh. I hoped we would. Check something else while I'm here. Huh. Who would have thunk? I found me a floater. Right down here at the shop. It's like any other header, we do have the ability to raise and lower the intake bar and extend it, contract it. Unfold this, turn on the header. You have cutter bar animations on the bottom, nice rotational animations on everything. Go ahead and just put this up out of the way. And we'll move on to our next mod, which is the I4 Williams GX126 low loader. This is by BR Mod Performance. Go to tools. Over here to low loaders, we have the Williams GX126 series. Just a little old platform trailer, big old ramp. Change the rim color. Should we so wish, let's change it to something a little bit more low key. We can change the design color, which just changes the braces here. So I think we'll keep it yellow so it's high visibility. Change our wheel types from Trelleborg tires to Lizard tires. Then we have different design rims. Win rim 2, 3, 4, 5. Brockman rims. The Brockman rims, they look pretty sweet. Trelleborg are Lizard. And this mod is for PC and Mac only. Tension belts are without tension belts. Interesting enough. If we get tension belts, we have these little straps that come in here. Go ahead and piece this up. And let's get our case tractor over here just to see how this works. The mod author describes this trailer as excellent for small vehicles or pallets. I suppose you can transport a few bales with this also, so wish. The hook up here. Nothing super fancy with respect to the jack. Hit X to unfold the ramp. Like how these side braces move up independent, fold down. That is pretty cool. And when they talk about small vehicles, really they're talking about skid steers. Go ahead and just load up a skid steer on this. Well, even this skid steer is too wide. Maybe the one with wheels is a little more narrow. Let's try that one out. See how this one works. Oh yeah, this one fits a bit better. You can see there really isn't much room once we get this on here. Go. So the trailer itself does have brake lights, no reverse lights. Skid steer itself is rolling. Not a problem with the trailer. That is the skid steer itself. Pretty nice little trailer. Great for hauling a couple pallets around, or a skid steer going from one animal area to the other. Got different animal areas on different parts of the map to transport around your skid steer, animal cleanup or whatnot. Go ahead and just drop that off here. And that is the I4 Williams GX126 low loaders by BR Mod Performance. And while we're talking about low loaders, let's go ahead and talk about the legal low body by the same author, BR Mod Performance. Now, this particular mod happens to be available for all platforms, whereas the Williams was PC only. Legal low body is available for all platforms. We've got a pair of axles up front, a pair of axles in the rear. Change the rim color, and we can change the main color to whatever we should so desire. Let's go with Fent Green, and let's go with a little lighter colored metal rims. There are no other configuration options, and as configured with the two color changes, we are looking at a trailer that's $31,886 to buy, $1,626 to lease, $318 per day, and $669 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and get one of these and take a little closer look at it out here on the shop floor. But once again, we'll use our case tractor to connect to this low loader. This appears to be a dolly version. You have those hookups. It's something I didn't look at on the other trailer. Thought to do that. Go ahead and move forward a little bit. F1 menu. Now, if we hit X, signs, see the signs fold out and flip up. Cool. X to fold them in. Signs on the front fold in. Signs on the back rotate down and go under. Left mouse button, and then we can move ramps up and down. When the ramps come down, got a little flap there in the back. Immediately gets pushed out of the way. Also have belts on this mod particular, we've got a nice upper flat deck there above the dolly part. Then we've got several straps. This can be used not only to transport vehicles and implements, we can use this to haul bales, pallets, or whatever. Let's take this and let's just see, can I fit this whole truck up here on this low loader? Convenient that the rear bumper on the truck doesn't appear to have a collision on it. Look at that. Pitch haul. Not quite centered on this. More centered. Shut this off. Tractor. Raise our ramps. Let's see, we have brake lights. We do have reverse lights. We have beacons on the back. Four-way flashers. And we have the little side running lights. Side lights there. And we even have little side lights on our warning signs. Cool. Pretty cool indeed. Guys, that is the Flegel Low Body by BR Mod Performance. And it is, again, for all platforms, PC, console. Go ahead and take a look at our next mod here. That is the adjustable weight from SOB Modding. It is available for all platforms. Go to Tools and then Weights. You have the SOB Implements adjustable weight, 600 kilograms to 2,400 kilograms, $600 base price, and adjust the weights for $100 per slab, all the way up to 2,400 kilograms. It's an extra $1,000, and we can change the color of the weight, whatever we want, for an extra $100. So colored and fully decked out with all of the brackets, all of the weights here. $1,700 to buy, $86 to lease, $17 per day, and $35 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and pick this up and just see if we have the ability to adjust the weights in Tractor. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Let's go ahead and try. Connect to this. See any option of changing the weights. We can lower the weights or we can raise them. Of course, since it's 3-point, we can put this on the front or the back. Around here to the front of the vehicle. Not have a choice to lower the weights at all. We have a hitch on the front. A little curious to see if we can connect this or not to anything. See if we can connect to this little trailer. Nope. Not connecting to that. See if we can connect to the low boy over here. Low boy is convenient. It has a ring hitch, pin hitch. Yep. We can connect to trailers that have the round hitch, like that one. Connect to that. But trailers that have the ball hitch, like this little Williams trailer, so go the one way around. The trailers that have a hitch like this for a ball, this will not connect. Wait. Let's go ahead and drop the weight off there and move on to the next mod, which is the Kroger HKD 402 by PM modding. This mod is available for all platforms, and we can find it under Tools and then Trailers. Here to HKD 402. We've got two variants. We've got a green and a blue. $37,500 for either. Both hold 32,400 liters, and both hold all of the standard field types in Farm Sim 19. We have dual rear axles, and then we have a dolly front axle. Change the main color on the green. Various shades of green and brown. Then an interesting white option. And then we have the design color. Change the tarp on the trailer. We have Trelleborg tires or Michelin tires or Lizard tire options. 2 Y tires in the Trelleborg or Michelin's. Then we can go to a more contemporary, smaller road tire. We have design in white or white with reflectors, so we get like reflector tape there, or color. See where the color goes, the background disappears. Color with reflectors, or white. Let's go ahead and fix this up. And let's take a look at the blue option. Blue option, we do not have a color choice. It is blue and white. We have the option of Michelin tires, Lizard tires, or Trelleborg tires. So let's get these with Michelin's. And go ahead and pick up our weight. Once again, come over here and see how these connect. These have the ring hitch, so they will be able to connect to our front weight, should we so wish. In to open the tarp. You have tip choice, tip side back, or tip side left, right, or grain door. We have 4 different options. We can do the grain door, the little grain door in the back, the whole rear door, or we could tip left or right. What we do with trailers typically is come on over here, and we're going to do a force unload and just see how this unloads. There it is to the rear door. Side left, whole side opens up. That should dump pretty darn quick. Of course, tip side right is just the opposite of that. And then the grain door just uses the little door back. Go ahead and drop that off. Come over here and we'll take a look at the next mod, which is the Vana VAIA N28. It is another trailer. It's by RB Modding and is available for PC and Mac only. Go to Tools and then Trailers. Scrolling over here to the VAIA NL28, $40,000, 24,000 liter capacity in this configuration, or we can get some extra height and get a 46,000 liter capacity, $7,000 difference between these two. Color from white to black, and we can change the main color from red, green, blue, looks nice, red, black, darker green, orange. That is pretty slick. Pretty slick there, if I don't say so myself. As configured, $49,300 in the $46,000 liter capacity, $1,514 to lease, $493 per day, and $1,035 per operating hour. Go ahead and hook this up. See, we have a PTO option, PTO attachment on this. Have reverse lights, we have brake lights, 4 ways left and right flashers. Have any running lights on this. Have dynamic hose hookups, and when we've got the PTO. Not really sure what the PTO is for. I think it might drive a pump. And again, we have hydraulic hookups also, so I'm not really sure. Oh, it's a shaft. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to. Take this over here. Force unload. Rear door opens up. The whole thing tips. Really slow tip, so I assume that this is going to unload fairly slowly. Alright guys, so that is the BAIA NL28 by RB Modding. Available for PC only. Go ahead and take a look at the next mod, which is the Lizardtainer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to trailers. Now, I did activate the IT Runner pack. Purpose of demonstrating this container. Go to trailers. Have the IT Runner grain container. This is the default grain container that comes with the IT Runner pack. 10,000 liters, 45,000 liter storage capacity, and holds all of the standard fill types. Just a big old box container. Dump door on the back. Let's take a look here at the grain container. Just $3,500, 45,000 liter capacity. Again, holds all of the standard fill types. And we have a beaten and battered container. Instead of having a lift door, we have a door that opens up side to side. And change the color to any color we should so wish. So, go ahead and just color matching case red. Fix this up. So with the color change, it's $4,500, just $229 to lease, $45 per day, and $94 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and hook up to our IT Runner. Hook lift back. Maybe do a little better job in reversing. Attach. See when we load this up. So, pulls up pretty good on the hook. Not too bad of a lag back. Sits fairly well on the IT Runner trailer. If we cycle back to the trailer, we can hit unfold. Doors open up. Of course, we could then unload our grain or whatever we would have in there. It is a bit of a lag when we push the unfold when it actually unfolds. X to open the doors, we hit X, and then the doors close. So there is a bit of a delay in that. What's interesting about this is the mod author says we could not only use this to transport grains. We could use this to transport other things also. We could actually put this down on the ground, open up the doors, and then bring in a vehicle, a small tractor, skid steer, maybe even telehandler, or anything small, and haul it in this container. All where we wanted actually in there. We can put bales in there, put pallets in there, whatever we want. This mod is by DMI 20mm Normandy, and it is available for all platforms. Wouldn't suggest using smaller IT runner pack from Agritechnic Nordfile, simply because of the length of that container. Now, the next mod we're going to take a look at is another trailer. It's the Krone DX460D. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here in the shop under Tools and Trailers. Go to Krone TX460D, $61,385 for 46,231 liters storage capacity. This mod is available to all platforms and is by mod author Luca. Let's compare this to maybe some other in-game trailers. We have the Krone TX560D for 56,000 liters, $72,000. So the 460D is this one's smaller brother, basically. Got the Drakkar 8600, $59,000 for 47,000 liters. We have the Shoemaker SIWA 720, $48,500 for $55,000. The Agriliner, $45,000 for $56,000. So right there around the mid $50,000 range. Got the Krone here at a bit more of a price premium. Doesn't hold all of our fill crop types. It only holds wood chips, chaff, it's hay, straw, and grass, sugarcane, and silage. Take a look at this. The Krone TX460 tri-axle trailer. Get it in Trelleborg tires with 3 axles. Get it 2 axle variants. We can get different wheel patterns, rim patterns. 3 axles, and then we have 3 different tire options. Then 2 axles and 3 different tire options. Go to Michelin, 3 axle, 3, 2 axle, 1, 3, back to 3 axle. We can go with no reflector, or we can add white reflector tape, sides and the back, add red reflector tape, orange reflector tape, or no reflector, and we can add a cover that opens and closes or without. So as configured, this is $64,484 or $85, sorry, $3,288 to lease, $644 per operating hour, and $1,354 $644 per day, and $1,354 per operating hour. This is a pretty big trailer compared to the Agriliner right next to it. Pretty tall. Go ahead and hook up to it. So pull out, we're going to hit in to open the cover. The cover is open. We can read Krone on the side. Really nice animations on it opening up. The reverse lights. We do have brake lights, four-way flashers, left and right blinkers. We have running lights, pods on the back. Go ahead and move on over here. Once again, force unload. See how this works. Rear opens up, and then we have a walking floor, and then we have beaters out the back to break up the chaff or wood chips or whatever. Pretty cool. Go ahead and keep this party started and take a look at our next mod. It's going to be the Bergman H TW65. That's right, guys, yet another trailer. Should be the last trailer we're going to take a look at today. Bergman H TW65, $72,000 to buy, 61,000 liter storage capacity. So this is a big trailer. Not a semi-trailer. Our largest non-semi-trailer is the Krone DX560D at 56,000 liters. It's definitely bigger than that. Burger is 55,000 liters. This particular trailer holds just a limited section of fill types. Again, we have wood chips, chaff, hay, straw, and grass, silage, and sugarcane. And this mod is by Lexic, Lexik, and is available for all platforms. Take a look here. We can change the main color, white, to brown color, I guess, gray color. Not really sure, maybe a tan. Not really sure what color that is. Change the configuration from 56,000 liters to 61,000 liters. Just get a little higher sides on there. And we get a nice bar here and here to help control spread. We have Trelleborg tires. We have Michelin Y tires. A pair of different Michelin Y tires. Back to Trelleborg, and we can get it without warning stripes or with warning tape. Interesting how we're getting lots of mods with this warning tape on it. As configured, $73,500, $3,748 to lease, $735 per day, and $1,543 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at this in the parking lot. Hook up to this thing. You have rear steer on the front and rear axles of this thing. Brake lights, 4 ways, left and right. We actually have a rear hitch on this particular trailer. Let's see if we can hook this up to this agroliner, or if this hitch is just decorative. I don't think I can get any closer to that, right? So that didn't work. Let's try over here and see if we can hook up to the IT Runner trailer. I believe has a ball hitch on it. Oh, it appears that the hitch on the back is merely decorative. Left click, you can open and close that front door, front chute, if you will. And if we right click, we can raise and lower the tongue, raise and lower the pitch of the trailer depending on the overall height of the tractor. Let's go ahead and move on over here and then do a force unload to see how this thing works. Rear door opens up. Once again, we have a walking floor on the back and some beaters in the rear. Go ahead and close that up. Drop this off. And I think that's going to do us for trailers. Next up, we're going to take a look at the KFMR Optimal 400/12/MIX. This is that little sprayer we looked at in the mod hub. Is by BOCIEK17 in Austria. Available for PC and Mac only. Go to Tools and then Crop Protection. Have our little sprayer, 7 miles per hour, 12 meter working width, and just a little old 400 liter capacity. Nothing huge on this thing. $7,500 to buy, $382 to lease, $75 per day, and $157 per operating hour. Oh, I didn't buy this thing yet. First up, let's clear some of this stuff out of the way. Don't have such a mess. So, crop protection, sprayer. We have it. This connects with a 3-point hitch. Does have PTO. That is it. Doesn't have any hose hookups or anything. Let's check the unfold animation. Clipping through the wheels. Left mouse button and we can go up and down. Check that out. So when we left mouse button go up and down, we've got a little crank that is rotating. That's pretty cool. We'll see that animation. Don't have any lights that are extending back beyond the tractor. Let's go ahead and just get a little tank of herbicide. Fill this up. Go. The boom does have a collision. Just the tips appear not to. Let's go ahead and drive up here to our test field and give this little sprayer a try. This is a cool little sprayer if you're playing a map that has really small fields, or you're just looking for something cheap and just starting out. Go ahead and come on up here. Fold this. Kind of wish the arms would fold out the other direction so they're not clipping tractor tires. Let's turn it on. Go. And off we go. Pretty nice spray pattern on that. It's kind of kicked back a little bit. I don't know if that's deliberate with respect to maybe how the spray would be if you were driving. Everything. It's all the way up. Pretty high cone. That. So that is the KFMR Optimal 400/12/MIX little sprayer. Again, available for PC platforms only, and is by BOCIEK17 in Austria. Go ahead and get on down here, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I looked at it, and we have 5 more vehicles and implement mods. Go. What I think I'm going to do is do those 5 and then break this video up into 2 parts. First part will be this video, and the second part will be placeables and scripts. So next up, we have the Lizard CMIP 11 FP 300. Seriously, who names these things? It's a cultivator from Pepe 978. Here we go. Requires 130 horsepower, has a working width of 2.8 meters, and a working speed of 9 horsepower. There are no configuration options on this thing. You get what you get. $6,500 to buy, $331 to lease, $65 per day, and $136 per operating hour. Go ahead and get this here at the shop. Let's go over here and take a little closer look at it. Not really sure what color this is, but it looks like it's pretty good. We got Lizard Agricultural Machinery on there. We've got a lizard and a little lizard logo. Decent little details. Go ahead and get this. Mod author says the Gruber 11 anchors are produced in Italy. Look here. Lower the cultivator or raise it. There is no unfold or anything. Let's run this up to our test field and give it a quick cut through the field. See how it cuts. See if there's any interesting field work animations. This mod is available for all platforms, PC and console. Go ahead and get rid of the F1 menu. Drop the cultivator in and start working the ground. Really nice. I really like the animations there with the dirt popping up. Dirt effects around individual claws or whatever. And then they all are moving independently. They all are bouncing around on their own little suspension hydraulic cylinders or whatever. Pretty cool little cultivator indeed. So given the fact that it only needs 130 horsepower, it's perfect for the small farmer or the starting out farmer that needs to pinch his pennies, so to speak, and maybe has some small tractors and doesn't really mind taking a bit of time to do their field work. Air tank do have hose hookups. Do that. It's pretty cool. Might not be an air tank. That might be like a hydraulic cylinder tank, reservoir tank. Go ahead and drop that off here. And let's take a look at the next mod, which is the Joskin Scaraflex R5S3. Mod Hub says you can find this over in the heaters category. Right here it is, Joskin Scaraflex R5S3 by NicoPix, $56,000. This thing is expensive at 7.5 meters working width. It is by far the smallest of the heaters compared to the in-game options. Also says that it will fertilize. Interesting enough. Go ahead and take a look at this. No configuration options on this thing. It's got a galvanized metal type of appearance to it. Got some spring-loaded draggers, claws, whatever you want to call it, there on the back. Let's go ahead and lease this thing up. And let's back this. Now, I don't think I have a field that needs weeded or a field that needs fertilized. See, it has a fertilizing capacity of 1 liter. So this particular mod basically has endless fertilizer, bottomless fertilizer. Act of weeding not only will remove the weeds, but will give you a layer of fertilization. Very similar to how weeders worked in Farm Sim 17. Pretty cool. Could not only get rid of your weeds after your planting, but you could also then do a little bit of fertilizing at the same time. Let's just drop this down. We don't have any weeds to speak of. Just drop this down. Don't have any hose hookups. That's a little bit depressing. Throw it. Got particle animations. Dirt. Line up. Pretty cool. Now this field doesn't need fertilizing. If we take a look at it here. See, it doesn't really need fertilizing. I guess we could go over here and see around and see if we get a darker dirt color here or not. Doesn't look like it. Not sure what's going on there. Apparently this is supposedly also fertilized. So here, let's take a look here at our next mod, which is going to be the Utes Very Master Round Baler. Let's drop this off here. Take this down to the shop. This mod is available for all platforms and is by TIMOKS_LS. Tim Osks _LS is a round baler by Dutesfar. Let's get down here to the shop. I don't think I have any windrows or anything bale. We'll just take a look at it here in the shop, I suppose. So if we go to baling technology, there it is. Scrolling over here, we have the Very Master, $56,000. Little Dutesfar round baler. Change the wheels from wide wheels, wider wheels, bigger wheels, small. So we got 3 different sizes of wheels to pick from. $2,856 to lease, $560 per day, and $1,176 per operating hour. This baler does make 4,000 liter bales and only requires 68 horsepower and operates at 12 miles per hour. There is no unfold, we just have lower and turn on. We turn this on. Just looking. Do we have any sort of animations? We have animations on the pickup. Within the chamber, it doesn't look like we have any sort of animations going on. The belts don't move or anything. We don't have hose hookups, so that's kind of a disappointment. Go ahead and move this over here. Beyond that, it's a round baler. Makes round bales. Special other than being a Dutesfar. So let's take a look at the last 2 mods. We've got the John Deere Feller Buncher from Black Sheep Modding. available for all platforms. And we can find this here under wheel loaders. John Deere FD45 filler buncher. This is for forestry and is $19,500. Now, when I was looking at this earlier, I came around the back and I saw this cool sticker. So I thought I'd zoom in on it, and it says all kinds of cool stuff. John Deere serial number. We got the serial number there, Deere and Country, but then it says Cornhead. I was like, this is not a Cornhead. Cool if it didn't say Cornhead. So this does require 60 horsepower, which won't be that big of a deal because this obviously requires a wheel loader to operate. And wheel loaders typically have far more than 60 horsepower. Let's go ahead and get our in-game New Holland wheel loader. See how big this John Deere implement is. Beast, but the way it's designed to work is it is designed to cut an entire tree off while holding it, then go and take the tree and position it somewhere else. What we're going to do is we're going to go down here and see if I can't cut one of these big palm trees. Let's see if we can't get this one right here. The way this works is let's left click and raise and lower, tilt it forward and back, right click, left click, or right click and left and right will open and close this clamp arm, open it all the way. And if we left and right click, then let's do left and right click. This also then kind of moves a clamp also. That up all the way. Oh, shush it. Not like you have anywhere to go. Bring this on up in here. Get it down. Round. Turn on the tree saw. E. Well, that didn't go the way I thought it would go. Let's go find another tree. Turn it off and let's try a different approach. On up to this. Go. Thing. That's right. Theory, then I guess we can bring this around. Well, not do what that is doing. Yeah. Okay. We'll just move on. Because you can see that I am such the forestry expert and user of forestry equipment. So again, that is by Black Sheep Modding and is available for all platforms. So the last mod we're going to take a look at in this segment is the Diesel mod by Holger Singstock. And this thing is pretty cool. Let's see if we can figure out where on earth this thing is at. Miscellaneous? Nope. Let's go objects. Let's go under big bags. Nope. Pallets. There we are. We have 3 different size containers of diesel fuel. We have a 20-liter little jerry can, fuel can, $28 for 20 liters. Why you'd want to lease this? Costs you $1 to lease. 0 per day, 0 per hour. Seems like that's a way to get free. Oh, we don't have a lease option. Look at that. We can buy it. Then we have a small diesel barrel, 250-liter capacity, $325, $16 to lease, but again, we can't lease it. And a larger diesel barrel, 500-liter capacity, $600. Buy one of those. There we are. And what's cool about these is you can't move 2 big ones. You can walk up here and pick this one up and carry it around. Say, where do we have a tractor? So you could, take this. Couldn't run so fast. Drop what we're carrying. Pick this up, bring it over to our tractor. And then at that point, we put it down. Hop in and hit R to refuel. If we needed to refuel, and we could then refuel with that. Now, when it's used up, it does go away, according to the description. We can't move these by hand, but I am told that you can move these with other implements. You might be able to come in here with a round bale grabber and move this, or you could come in here with a crane implement and move these, should you so wish. Again, this is the Diesel mod by Holger Singstock and is available for all platforms. So guys, that is going to conclude part 1 of this weekend's weekend roundup. Back in part 2, where we'll talk about placeables and script mods. Go ahead and check for that in the playlist.